Hello. Hey there. Okay, so today we are going to do something that's really special, and it is because I'm going to start a new project, and this is mostly for me, just for fun. And I wanted to try build an LLM from scratch without using AI. So that's the basic rule. I'm going to have the overall structure on what an LLM is and what do I need, and I'm going to build it in Rust. I don't know anything about Rust, or yeah, I only know Python. So this will be really interesting because I don't have a clue on how to do this. So I'm not going to use AI to code, but we could use it just to have some type of guidelines or some type of ideas on how to do this. So let me start. I mean, I think we start with a tokenizer, right? And so I just wanted to start building a tokenizer in Rust without without giving, without the LLM gives me the code. So I want to create a tokenizer in Rust. Break down how can I do it without using AI and without you giving away the code. Also, I don't know what editor to use. I mean, yeah, I'm really, yes. So I'm really lost on this. Okay, so maybe it says define your tokens. Rust Enum is the perfect tool for this because okay. Rust interpret. Okay. Okay, I think we can start with hello world. Okay. So what will be the first milestone? I mean, okay. Okay, building a tokenizer from scratch in Rust. Okay, doesn't make sense. Okay, define your tokens. The perfect tool for this because it can hold data. You need to decide what your tokenizer will actually recognize. Maybe I can find tokenizer in Python because I have these, right? I have Sebastian. Okay, let's see Sebastian Rashka tokenizer. So since I don't have an idea on anything that I'm doing right here, I just want to have a template or something to start off, and something that I can iterate, and something that I can debug and see how it is and how it works. So I'm trying to find Sebastian Rashka repository. GitHub book LLMs from scratch. So I want to use his approach on this so I can build my own. Okay, working with text data. Okay, let me see. Okay, he used TikTok and okay, but let's see. Okay, we start, so building an LLM start with data preparation and sampling. I wonder how he did it. Oh, okay. I mean, I think we can try to do this. Okay, let's see. The goal for today will be print this very redacted txt in Rust. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's build that txt in Rust. So this is interpreted. Okay, let's try. How can I import txt files in Rust? Okay, let's see the documentation. Okay, so now read file. Now we will add a functionality with specific in file path. Okay. File path argument. First, we need a sample file to test it with. We will use file with a small amount of text over multiple lines with some repeated words. Listening 12.3 has an Emily Dixon point that will work well. Create a file called point.txt at the root level of your project and enter the point. I'm nobody, who are you? Okay. Okay, maybe I can do this, right? Can I add a file here? No, I don't think so. Okay. Use environment. Okay, print. This won't work, right? Because I'm here, I'm requesting file path, which I don't have anything, right? Yeah, this won't work. Yeah, because file path is not here. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so maybe okay, so maybe what I'm seeing here is that I need to do this, and this is what it will go through the file, but I don't have a file path here. Does anyone know how can I get file path here, or if it is that even possible? No, I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing here, right? Okay, I have no idea, but maybe I can start a new window. Maybe I should start a new project. How do we call this, guys? Perhaps we can call Okay, yeah, so maybe we can call LLM Ross. Hi, Raji. Maybe, okay, let's do this. Okay, let's open. Hi, Raji. Take a look at the camera. This is my dog. Hi, Raji. Dogs always gets a lot more views. Hi. Say hi. Okay, so maybe what I want, let's poem.txt. Okay. Go to the screen. Get this poem, save it. Okay, I have it right here. So the other thing is I got to create source. Let me integrate settings, nodes. Okay. Source main arrows. Okay. Main. Okay, source main arrows. And okay, I copy the code snippet and I put it here. Okay, so this is what we have, guys. So we started, this is poem.txt, which is the file path, and this is where we started to import ROS. And let me see if I can run it. I have no idea if this will run, honestly. But the main thing that I want here, cargo run, okay, be cargo run poem.txt. Okay, so I need to, I think it's rules from ROS. I don't know. So that wasn't the standard on how to install ROS. It says that this is the way it should be. I don't know. I think I need to ask, right? Did I install Rust? Yeah, I don't know, guys. I mean, it's difficult, right? It is difficult to have a clean setup. Okay, so it's difficult to have a clean setup here, especially when it's the first time. But it's not active. Okay, so I should do this. Okay. Okay, so I started doing the cargo version to see if that works. It seems that it's unloading something. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Now now the documentation says that I should do this. Cargo run. Okay, cargo run. No, it is cargo run. Then I add. Then I add the file. Okay, so I don't know what happened. Okay, maybe the AI can help me with this because it's a setup, right? I have this error, this was why. Okay, yeah, you need to create a cargo. Okay, so now I'm hitting an error. So it looks like the error was that I have to create this file, so you can kind of read the environment, and yeah, and for compiling this thing, it looks that I need to do something else, right? Okay, so I did it and then cannot find file path in this scope. Okay, so you can okay, so perhaps I'm doing something. Yeah, I skip all these things. Maybe I should start from scratch, right? Yeah. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here, guys, is what I'm trying to do is to follow the documentation, because it clearly there are things that I don't really know what I'm doing, right? So perhaps I should go over several steps before actually jumping, right? And okay, let's start with hello world. I mean, I want to run something. Perhaps I don't just want to. I want to run something, so perhaps I just don't want to do what I'm trying to do. Hello world. So the hello world. Okay. So I created a folder called hello world, and then I want to run yeah, I mean, perhaps I just need to go over some stuff before trying to compile. So perhaps the first thing is to print the hello world, and we will go from there. I mean, I don't really know where. Yeah, I just need to have this setup running in my machine, and then we can start testing other stuff, a little more complicated stuff. And let me open a new window. From that new window, I'm going to open the folder that I just created, the hello world. Okay, so in the hello world, what it says is, okay, this is installation. So the documentation says that I need to get these dependencies. Okay, now okay, this doesn't run. Let's try to do something more. Let's go with this hello world and in ROS. So the first, okay, let's create this file, main.rs. Main.rs is supposed to be ROS. Okay, let's put it right here. Let's see if this. I don't think this is going to work at all, but I want to take the chance. Yeah, this doesn't work. Okay, let's try to do something more like, let's see, this clearly doesn't compile, right? The documentation is not helpful either. Perhaps it's cargo run. Cargo run main.rs. Okay, let's put in the chat, what am I doing wrong? I want to run this ROS program. I know that I said that I won't use AI, but I need it. I need to debug myself, and yeah, I need to debug myself, and I mean, I think this is a cool way to do it. I just want to have something run, and then we can try to do the tokenizer. And from the conceptual perspective, the tokenizer doesn't need to be too difficult, and it's not difficult in Python, but yeah, I mean in Rust. Okay, okay. The reason you're seeing, okay, let me put this. Yeah, yeah, I trust you, AI. Oh, it works. It works. Yeah, so I was missing some depend or some links to the path where we installed ROS. So yeah, the only thing that I need to do was ROS C main.rs, and that's exactly how it is here. Let's see that main.rs. Okay, okay, okay. So perhaps yeah, yeah, it is pretty funny. Thanks. I mean, I think one thing that I can try to do is, now that we already have this program going, I wanted to translate this into the token asset that we want to build, and that start from using the or using yeah, using the file that we just created here. So based on the documentation, what it says is that we have this file path that we will be passing into cargo run. Let me show you guys what is happening here. Okay, reading a file. So okay, so this is documentation. So this poem that txt, okay, this is not important. We already have this. We already also have this snippet, and let's put cargo run. So let me go back and go to the folder. So let's say cargo run. The poem.txt. Okay. Okay, why Ross? Why? Why is it not working? Why is not working? Okay. Okay, so file path is not defined anywhere. Okay, so this is the documentation and input output project building command line program. Any skill you have learned so far? Yeah, I skip everything, organizing code using vector string and the errors. Okay, let me the next one, accepting command lines, cargo, new. Okay, cargo run. Search string. Okay, so what I'm okay. Reading the argument variables to enable meaning rep to read the values of command lines argument we pass to it. We will need set m args. Okay, and I think this is missing from my code, right? Because in my code I set this standard with the string, yeah. File path in this code. File path not found in this code. Cannot find file path. So this is not defined. And even though that I'm passing here the file path, it doesn't find it. And I think it's because I'm missing something. I think it's because I'm missing something. Let's put, okay, in Rust we can have these arguments, okay, yeah. For instance, if I put cargo run in this command, it will fail, but I'm not passing any argument, right? But why is not taking the argument? Okay, let me okay. Saving the argument variables. Now we will add the functionality to read the file specifying the file path argument. First we need a sample file to test it. We will use file with a small amount of text. Over multiple lines with some repeated words. Listing 12 through has Emily Dickinson point that will work well. Create file called point.txt at the root level of your project and enter the point and nobody who are you. So that's exactly what we did, right? That's exactly what we did. We put the point.txt at the root of the folder, at the root of the project, and from there we created this poem, and then we created this program with the text in place. Edit. Okay, yeah. So this is actually an example. This was actually an example, and this is supposed to be edited. So okay, add the code to read the file as shown in this 12.4. okay, twelve 14. First, we bring in a relevant part of the standard library with a use statement. We need standard F. Okay, this is, we already have it to handle files. In main, the new statement with toString takes the file path, opens that file, and returns a value of type, okay, that contains the file contents. After that, we again add a temporary print and a statement that prints the value of content after the file is read, so that we can check the program is working so far. Okay, let's run this code with any string as the first command line argument because we haven't implemented the searching part yet. Okay, so I need to edit it. I need to edit this file. I need to edit this main file to actually run the program. So this is, yeah. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy the file path and I will be putting right here. Yeah, I don't. Wait. Okay. Yeah, I'm cheating. Okay, let's snooze this again. Let's run it. Okay, looks like it worked. Let me see. Compiling, finishing, running, deploying, file this. Why is not finding? Yeah, so what I missed was to actually create these arguments. But for some reason this doesn't work. Do you guys know how to do this? I mean, okay, so I have to add the arguments, right? And the file path as an argument, and from that file path is what it gets read, and that is what is going to actually go through the program. But for some reason this is not working. So yeah, it's here around the point that txt. Yeah. Okay. Perhaps okay. Let's check in a different, because this clearly something to learn, but I don't have the time to go over everything. So let's try to look again. Okay. So okay. Let me. Okay, so it says that I should do this, right? So it shouldn't be that difficult. Let me go over this again. Okay, let's copy in the old way. So this is technically AI, right? But it's taken from a Stack Overflow, so I guess it's fine for what we're trying to do. Okay, so we use the standard library, we get this. Okay, let's change this to poem. And we don't need arguments, right? Oh, great. Awesome, guys. Yeah, yeah, it is simple, but if you don't know what you are looking for, you don't know how to do. Yeah, yeah, I mean, you get the idea. So okay, we are doing this. We create this variable, and then we print everything that we store right here. So what's kind of an accomplishment, right? I'm really happy that we were able to do that. Now, like, we get to the first part, which is actually reading the file, but now we need to actually do it for the tokenizer. So let's yeah, because this is not the goal of this, it's just a small portion of what we want to do, right? So okay, so here what Sebastian is doing is that he's reading from this and he's taking from this. Yeah. Okay. I really don't want to download anything because I don't know how to do that. But perhaps what we can do is we might want to try find this is and just copy and paste regular days while we are learning. Yeah, it's chapter 2, right? It's chapter 2. Okay, let's go here. I think the main code of the chapter, the verdict. Okay, awesome. Yeah. So instead of point, it will be called the verdict. Yeah, okay, so we copy this and instead of point we change to the verdict, and it should work exactly the same. It's just we need to change these to the verdict. Yeah, I need to change this name, verdict. Verdict. Okay, it should work, right? Ah, look at that, it worked. Okay, we're getting to something now. We have the Sebastian Rashka idea, or his file at least. Yeah. Yeah, so we already have his file, so we get into this part. Okay, I don't need to do this. Okay, with open every. Okay, I need to know how many characters. How many characters there are? How can I need to know how to find the length and print some. I need to find the length of the character, and I need to print this. I just want to do the exact same thing that he's doing here, so we can kind of have some guide to because I don't want to invent the wheel, right? If we already have some suggestion from him, I think it's more than good, right? So let's try to find how we print, how we get the number. Okay, let's try to look let's try to look in us. Okay, yes, it's the same playground. I want to find how to count the character length in Rust. Yeah. Let's not see the AI. Then we have some. Oh, this looks promising. The Rust. Okay. Hi there, I'm currently making a program. Yeah, you won't get this before ChatGPT. Okay, so he's asking, currently making a program where at one point I need to count the number of white spaces. Yeah, so it's different because based on the. Okay, let's go back to Stack Overflow. Oh, 10 more stars. Okay, so 2 years. Okay. Okay, so does raw string have a method that returns the number of characters rather than the number of bytes? Is there a method? Okay. Okay, so what he's asking based on the Ross book, number of bytes composing the string. Okay, there is a Ross book. I like that. So we might not read the line in character. For example, if we consider the following strings in Japanese, len will return 30, which is the number of bytes, and the number of characters, which will be 30. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, I think it's close enough. Okay, number of characters. Okay, I don't know if this will work. Let's. Okay, so it's now in contents. Okay, content, contents, okay, content. What else is just a couple of flow sets? Okay. Okay. Yeah, so we can pretty suggesting stuff. Okay. Let count content, so we bring let me stop for a second. No. Let's see. Okay, let me try this. Okay, these two. Okay, count. Let's put exactly what is same here. Now this should work. Okay, 20,479. Let's see if it's the same. Oh, it's actually the same. Awesome. Okay, guys. So for today, I think we are over, but at least we can get into this part. Yeah, it's pretty slow process, but I'm trying to learn well. So I think this will be a cool long stream for now, definitely.